So I was playing this blitz the other day. I'm playing white, my opponent is playing Sicilian with this e6 variation. I develop the pieces, a6, here I play fianchetto. That's how I like to play this opening. And here, just normal moves. My opponent plays this weird move, f6. Anyway, the point of the video is this one. In the typical Sicilian with d4, pawn takes, knight takes. Here, there's usually a weakness on the square d6, and sometimes that's such a weak spot of the black player to the point that we could even sacrifice just to sit the knight on that square. Now here is the blunder that my opponent made, knight g2 e7. So here I thought about playing knight to b5, sacrifice, pawn takes, knight takes, and then land in d6. For some reason, because it was a blitz, I thought about it for a couple of seconds and decided not to play, and I just went on with bishop e3, which is not a good move. I mean, it's a fine move, but not the best in this position. In fact, the best one now is knight to b5. Remember, when black has a pawn in d7 and a pawn in e6, and the dark square bishop happens to be blocked by this knight, a setup that looks completely fine, like the one that black has right now, is actually faulty. If pawn takes, knight takes, and the queen goes away, then knight to d6 is devastating, it's check. If the king moves, you can go to f7 and then pick up the rook. If instead the queen takes the knight, this is the suggested variation, you can take back knight to d5, traps the queen, but now you take the bishop, the king takes back and you recapture the knight. Position evaluated +2, you're up a pawn and you got the bishop pair. But of course I missed all of that, and in this position, now bear in mind that in this position after knight b5, even if pawn takes, knight takes, and the queen goes to another diagonal, then knight d6 comes anyway, and the king can't move to f7 because of the knight, must go to d8. And now bishop to d2 attacking the queen is the best move, queen moves, but now you can just make a fork, and when the king moves, knight h8, g6 seems like it traps the knight, but queen to g4, with the idea of reaching the h file and then protect this knight. White is better.